Well, g'day adventurers. It's the next day back from the Simpson. And now I'm about to unload the bike, and I'll just go over a couple of things that happened to this bike on that 5,000 kilometers and rough as guts trip, which broke a Terra 650 in half. Had a few issues with some of the WR 250s. And just things happened. Things happen on a trip like that. So, anyway, my exhaust pipe fell off once. I just had to redo that, push it back together, and redo up the clamps so they vibrated themselves loose. I mean, these roads are rough as guts. So, probably the biggest concern for me was this radiator started leaking. So that's a radiator guard screen on. But I think, can you see that dent just there? I think a big rock's come up and smacked that, and I think that it's leaking from just near there, in the fins there somewhere. So I'm about to pull this radiator out, take it to a shop, and they're going to pressure test it for me, work out where it's leaking, and then, yeah, I'll see what the verdict is. And besides that, so this is the front Pirelli Scorpion Rally. It performed really well. I was really happy with it. It's even worn, it's still pretty good. There's still some decent size knobs on there. You can see all the the little sort of micro cracking that they get from being stressed all the time. But that's done pretty well. So that's now 5,000... or just over 5,300 kilometers old, yeah, still looking pretty good. My rim performed flawlessly over some massive rocks and stuff, so pretty happy with that. So this is the Motoz Desert HT, and I was pretty happy with that. So that's, again, 5,300 kilometers. Not that many kilometers, but a lot of high-speed highway miles, which completely kills nobbies. So yeah, it's I don't know, can you see? It's pretty well worn down. Still heaps of grip on the sides, but in the middle there, yeah, pretty squared off. So I did get a puncture in this, and I just find it. So here it is here. So what actually happened? You can see like there's a crack there. It actually just developed this big long crack, and I don't know if something went in there to make that split, or if just impacting rocks sort of opened that up. Either way, I jammed one plug in there and it's been fine. That was still 1,500 kilometers back, and it didn't even lose not 1 psi after I plugged it. So there's certainly something I like about tubeless tires. They are definitely easy to repair, and the repairs tend to work, unlike patching tubes seems to be always temporary in nature. Yeah, everything else went really bloody well on this bike. People keep asking me about my phone mount. I have got a video on the phone mount. What it is, this is the belt clip holder for this phone. This phone's a Galaxy, that's rude. A Galaxy S9. And so that's the belt clip holder that comes with the OtterBox case, and then I've riveted that onto this little square box that I bent up out of aluminium, and then I've got a little plate here which screws in through here, and then actually if I show you the other side, probably makes more sense. So the rectangular box rivets to this bent piece. One screws onto the dashboard mount, and the other one goes through the mount through the top of the fairing. So this moves around a little bit, but it's lasted that trip, no problem. It's been perfect. So yeah, that's it. I travel with the sides off. Now here's a flaw on this bloody bike. If you're leaking radiator fluid, because the radiator doesn't pressurize, when you turn the bike off, it won't suck fluid back out of the overflow, back into the tank like it would normally. So because there's a hole in it, it won't pressurize, right? So you have to fill it from the radiator cap. Well, where's the radiator cap? It's back in there, right? There's no way you can get in there. I even tried just taking the snorkel out, but you can't pull it out. You have to take the tank off. You have to take the tank off to get water in the radiator. That's dumb. Why not? Oh, I don't know. Have the cap. I don't know what you can do, but that's ridiculous. So 3 times on this trip I had to pull everything off, get the seat off, get the tank off, or at least pull the tank back so that I can get to the radiator cap just to put some water in it. Yeah, so anyway, other than that, it was a bloody good trip. Yeah, I'll do a few more bits as I pull this thing apart. Cheers! Okay, about 15 minutes, I guess. Got the tank off, took the crush bars off, and got the radiator out. So here it is. I'm about to take it up to the shop and see what they say. But this, where's it? So just here is where I reckon it took a rock. I don't know. I mean, that doesn't look like it'd be enough damage to crack something, right? But you never know, because this base plate isn't actually a fin. I don't think. It would have to have cracked the second one up. But I don't see anything else that sort of would constitute a leak. Okay, so this is the rad guard. It just sits over it's got a little clip, sits over the top of the radiator, and then it bolts in at the bottom. However, can you see the design flaw? I don't know what they're thinking, but this bit is exposed, and I got a big rock whacked just in here, and it split my fin. Not on this one, on my other radiator, which is in the shop getting repaired. So I'm like, surely I can do better. So I've got some aluminium flat here, and I reckon I can just rivet this on the back and just cover that bottom set of fins. So let me give that a go. How's about them apples? So now from the front, this little extra bit. And so now from the front, that's well and truly covered. Put on the bike. Okay, so just to have a look at this little radiator guard extension, that is it under there. There'll be no rocks hitting the bottom fin of my radiator now. Actually, one more thing. Is there any custom seat guys around? So this was my old stock seat, which the foam has certainly worn out. This is quite hard now and actually gets uncomfortable on long trips. But every time I get on and off when I've got a lot of gear, my boot rubs. Sort of, I might drag it across here. I know I shouldn't, but it just happens, right? And I've ripped holes in the seat. So this is the old one. It's a plastic sort of underbody with the normal sort of stapled on top. If I turf that over there. And this is, the one I just got off my wrecked bike, which was in good condition. This little nick was already in there. But as you can see now, dragging my boot across, I've done that. Is this a custom seat guy that makes a seat and then has like some sort of armor plating around here? Is that such a thing? If that's something that you do or know how to do or know someone that can do that and wants to invent something, then let me know. Email me at vlogonwheels@gmail.com. Cheers!